All glory and honor and praise given to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, teaching us 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children. I'm your brother, my God, Shalom Bar. This is going to be a real quick video. This Edomites, they know what time it is. They ready for, to fight for their land, fight for their food, and go into their holes in the ground. You know what I mean? So they know what time it is. They know Yahweh Shai is coming, and that when he's established his kingdom, that us so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians is going to inherit and reign over this earth under Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So I'm going to start with this first scripture here, Daniel chapter 7, verse 20. And then I'm going to get right to the video. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, that head of 10 horns is talking about the EU, same as in Revelation chapter 13. And of the other which came up, and that other that which came up is America, right? So this is talking about America. And before whom three fell. When America before it became United States of America, you had three countries that had land over here in America. You had the British, the Spanish, and the French. So they had the Edomites here in America had to fight against them and kick them out in order to become United States of America. Even of that horn that had eyes, still talking about America, and had a mouth that spake very great things. Those great things are the bunch of lies, the big lies that America tell the world to, in order to trade and sell, the blasphemy they've done across this world, saying that Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, the angels are not the so-called black, but they are Edomites, right? Who was more stout than his fellow. Because Americans here have what they call the patriotic what they call it, being a patriotic spirit. You have to get up and stand up and salute the flag and do all them sorts of things. They're very patriotic over there, and they look down on their European brothers over there in Europe. That's why Europe hates America, and that's why when after this marker, MOTB, we know it to be the RFID chip, the micro C chip comes out. That's when the World War III is going to kick off. And all of them European, the EU, them European countries that America was allies with, that they look down upon, because they have that stout look about themselves, they're going to send missiles over here along with Russia and China and those countries. That's why America's gonna burn. America's gonna burn from ICBM missiles. So let's get right to the video.
Those of us that are like-minded in being prepared, having some food, having some gas, having some way to protect your family, preppers. The reason why we get labeled as
this is fair use. This is not for monetary gain, but for educational purpose only.
Maybe not labeled. People have the impression, and it's true, that we would invite Armageddon and chaos. Bring it. And a lot of us feel that way. Not because we are violent people or because we want to go without or to struggle or to suffer. Because in that environment, life will get hard. You will have to figure out how to make your own and grow your own food and cut your own lumber. You have to figure out you're going to go without a great many things, coffee being one of them. But here's how we look at it. It's not that we want violence or we want to tyrannize or rule over our fellow man. It's just that the restriction and the compression upon us from this that I'm talking about, the taxes and the fees, it suffocates me. I hate it. I wake up every day depressed and sad that I have to deal with this foolishness. asking permission, fees, fines, taxes, stealing from me, from my labor, my work. I can't rest. I got to slave and work because of the grind. The reason why we are somewhat sympathetic to complete economic breakdown is, one, we trust in our abilities to figure out whatever we need to figure out to get through it. And two, to get a release from the constant pressure of bureaucrats, taxes, and overbearing regulation. It's so bad, gentlemen, when you really stop to think about it, when you stop living in fantasy land, it's so bad that those of us who have really looked at this, and if we're to answer truthfully, would take our chances. Let's roll the dice, burn it down.
And that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do. He's going to burn this damn place down. America is going to burn, become that lake of fire. So, you know, these Edomites that's in the know, the so-called, what they call themselves, build their bunkers and gather all this food, got all the weapons stored, ammunition stored up. You know, they know what's coming. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Start at verse 5. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of the prophecies which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the iniquity of them trouble thee, and speak against thee. So, you know, the 2/3 of Israel, you know, they don't believe. That's what iniquity, they don't believe. So, for the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's what's going to happen to the 2/3. They're going to die in their unfaithfulness. Right? Verse 5. Behold, said Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And this is the times we're living in. That Yahweh has gotten tired of this shit, man. He don't suffer enough through these devils destroying this earth. And that's what that Edomite is talking about. Like he's trying to them preppers wanna get ready to fight against the sword of Yahweh, the famine he's gonna send, and death and destruction. And he already said he'd rather burn. He'd rather burn, which he will burn in this place. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. No, Salaki, 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give a reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. So when Yahweh comes, when he destroys this place, when he comes, he's bringing also with our rewards. And I'm saying our because I prayed I'm a hopeful elect, because only the elect is going to be saved out of this disaster, this destruction of America, man, through that in this lake of fire, and should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. So, you know, this Edomite that's talking here, you know, he's talking like with the very sympathetic about, you know, I don't really want to, but, you know, I kind of want to sympathize with the democracy, but, you know, I gotta, you know, but you realize that y'all the one who destroyed this earth, man. Esau, Edom is the major nation that destroyed this earth, and the Lord said he's going to shall destroy them which destroy this earth.
It says, let's roll the dice, burn it down. Burn it down. I would be willing to give that a go over what we have today and where we're going. Honestly. People will die. People will suffer. People will go without. But they're dying now. They're suffering now. But they're doing it slowly. And what's worse? To watch someone linger and die slowly from starvation, strangulation? over years, or to have it over and have it done? I would take the latter. I'm not inviting chaos and violence. I don't want to struggle. I like my coffee. I like a functioning society. But what we have now is not that. Over half of your efforts, gentlemen, are being stolen from you. You are forced to buy insurance if you want to or not. Whenever in history have you been forced by the state to have a service that you don't necessarily want? There's no end to it. There's absolutely no end to it. It is unbearable to me, and it is beyond oppressive. There is no worse, as Overton said, there is no worse. I don't want people to suffer. I don't want violence. I don't want to harm my fellow man. I'm not a violent person. I value freedom and justice as much, if not more, than other people do. Our heart cries out for the oppression of bureaucracy, fees, fines, and taxes. I hate it. I hate that men lesser than me have authority over me.
Wow, that's deep. And so, my interpretation of, we know who he's talking about. He's talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. Esau hated Jacob with a continual hatred, perpetual hatred. So they getting ready, man. That's why we need Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. We need him to hurry come back, man, because without him, this devil, we won't make it. Because that's how much hate Esau has for Jacob. They can't wait to destroy us, because you hear him say, because he don't want somebody who's lesser than him to be over him. But guess what, buddy? We're going to reign over you. This is Psalms 91. We'll start at verse 7. A thousand shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Right, because that's why we need Yahweh Shai to come back soon with his chariots and his holy angels, man. Because a lot is gonna fall. These devils gonna be doing some killing. You know what I mean? Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So with our eyes, the elect will see with our own eyes, man. We're gonna see the fall of these devils, of Esau's kingdom here on earth, because thou hast made Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Right. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So even though these preppers getting prepared and ready to take arms and fight against the man, fight against him that's under him, which we know is always going to be Jake, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And that's what we looking for. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy feet against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Right, that's all of them nations, man. All these nations on this earth, we're going to destroy them. Yahweh Shai is going to destroy them with his holy angels in them chariots. And when we get taken up into them chariots, man, on our way up, we're going to be changed in the blinking of an eye, and pray we get those spiritual powers, man. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. And that's why we call upon the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Great millstone from the apostles on down. Apostles, the bishops, the elders, the teachers, the preachers, the prophets, all of the men of Great Millstone hold true to that. Call upon the true name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Right? And he shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So, you know, even though they, you know, Esau is getting prepared, you know, to bring that that MOTB in, you know, the men of the Lord, hopeful elect, is still doing what the Lord called us to do, man, is preach this word on the highways and byways. Pray constantly, looking forward for Yahweh Shah return, man. Because without him, we can't. The scripture says the elect will scarcely be saved. That's how this devil coming down, this wrath, you know. So I hope you was edified. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadosh, double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Shalom.